Ollie, you managed to make it to your dorm door, and you're fumbling with the keys to get it open when you realize it's unlocked. You know that you locked it when you left.
Oh, fuck.
You throw open the door to see a man, but not like anyone you've seen outside the movies. This guy's a cyborg. He's got metal claws for hands, a weird visor over his eyes. You can see that it's fused to his face.
Ugh.
Fuck, dude, I just want my goddamn notebook, the spiders, and the fucking... Oh, you're gonna kill me, aren't you? I'm gonna fucking die here getting fisted by a robot that's prone to fucking robot spiders. I just wanted to finish writing my thesis. I just started banging a MILF is all. Crying.
John...
Tears.
John is very deeply disturbed by the things he just heard.
Oh, yeah, because I'm screaming that.
Yeah.
Did I pick up the wrong guy?
The cyborg-looking guy turns around very stiffly and in a modulated voice says, "Do you claim authorship of this anomalous material?
Yeah.
Proceed with me to Sector
cry.
0.
So I hear that guy crying in his dorm, but there are robot spiders down the hallway.
The spiders are the next to go. The one that's already in the building skitters and charges with a set of clinking footsteps right at Ollie. Halfway to him, it leaps. You are somewhat distracted. The spider thing lands on your back, Ollie. You can see glowing green metal is fused to spider flesh. Cables connecting the two disparate halves of the creature. A strange motley of cybernetics and spider. Your skin tingles where it touches you. Betsy, now you're up. The other two are coming in through the window. One of them is now fully inside. The other one is now climbing through.
Oh, do I take any damage?
It connected but did no damage.
Oh.
It didn't manage to bite you, but it did manage to get on you.
Horrifying.
If this was technocratic tech, this spider, it wouldn't be programmed to jump somebody like this.
They're definitely acting hostile, if nothing else.
Yeah. It doesn't look organic at all. It just looks robotic.
Looks mostly metal. You think you see some spider flesh, but you're not sure if it's just good exoskin coating.
I don't think this is our tech, so I'm going to focus on taking pictures of this thing so that we can study it later in case it gets away.
What level of magic would it be for you to, literally capture something in the photo?
Oh, fuck. That would be dimensional science?
Depends on the thing. If you're trying to capture a living person in the photo, then correspondence, life, and probably a touch of prime.
Okay. I want to homebrew a spell real fast. This is one I've got written down. Is that something this system does, or do I have to have an existing procedure?
You can try to fast cast something. Most of the times we're not doing procedures.
So, using my high-end lighting equipment as my apparatus, I want to try and do a remote hack of the technology. I want to try and press buttons on the thing if there's any buttons. Activate any buttons you've got. I can't modify a lot, but I imagine if there's any buttons on this thing, I can push them or force it to consider them pushed.
Indeed. In so doing, in running up and trying to touch buttons, throw switches, you find that it has none. This is an EDE. This is an extra-dimensional entity. This is not alive. This is not inert. This is governed under dimensional science. John,
Yes.
what are you doing?
How far away is the kid?
Maybe 20 feet. Closer to 15.
Okay. Not strong enough to get the thing off his goddamn back.
It's not hanging on terribly well. It could fall off. You have entropy.
Oh, that's true.
No.
Random event. Oh, and correspondence too? Can interact with things from a distance? Putting tall
Maybe
objects?
that ceiling tile just
Fell on-
fall right now.
yeah.
Go for it.
I was just thinking that botch it and it falls, still hits Spider, also crash, hits me in the dome.
Yeah, I can see it.
That said, don't botch it.
Don't what?
Unless you-
It's not a botch, but a total of 0. As much as fate or his avatar or whatever wants to wiggle this goddamn tile free, apparently it was recently maintained.
God damn it.
You can attempt to try again next turn, or you can make that jump down the stairs you were talking about.
My job was to get this kid to get his shit, and I need money right now.
Fair enough. So you're going to start towards him?
Yep.
Alright. Ollie, what do you do?
The only thing I can think of, which is try to tase the fuck out of this thing. I turn my sensor all the way up. With matter, can I increase the voltage and try to circulate the path of electricity, or would that be more forces?
That would be forces.
Okay. Since I'm using it as a focus, would I be able to insulate myself from the electricity? Oh, it looks like there's pieces of spider in it. I want to attempt to cause a chemical reaction. I forgot the whole purpose of this thing. It burns it in some way.
You're not sure that you can change it, but you can change yourself to a certain amount. Causing yourself to be covered in something acidic, spiky, or even just ripple your skin in such a way that it is off of you. You've got to tase yourself for it. You've set it to mutagen mode, so it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's not going to knock you out or damage you.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Which flavor are you going for?
That my skin ripples like it's almost trying to move away from the electricity.
Fantastic. Yeah, it ripples, moves, and the spider thing is left with nothing solid to cling to, and falls onto its back on the ground.
Ugh.
It's left slight red marks where it rested against your skin.
I would like to run and try to hide behind the cyborg thing while yelling, "What the fuck? Fuck! Oh my god, I just wanted..."
You're not close enough to get to the cyborg, but you can definitely leap behind a bed.
While yelling, "Help me!"
Yes!
Yelling, "Help me, RoboCop. Please save me, RoboCop." Ollie knows who the actor who played RoboCop was. Even better.
Betsy, one of them is jumping at you. You try to jerk back and away, but somehow in your panicked state when you jump back, your nice studded belt buckle gets caught on the doorknob.
Ah.
So you're stuck there for a second, having to pull yourself off of the doorknob, at which point the spider thing pounces on you. Take 3 points of lethal damage. You are injured. -1 to all dice pools. As the thing's claws bite down into your flesh. You are bleeding quite profusely. The tingling sensation is more burning at this point, as its glowing green legs pin you down and screech at you.
Oof, ouchie my soul.
Am I capable of healing at this point? Probably not in combat, but as a long, slow process, would I be able to heal aggravated wounds on a much shorter time period than natural healing?
You could probably speed the healing process, but you cannot outright heal at this point.
Okay, but instead of something taking like weeks or months to heal, could shorten it by an order of magnitude.
Indeed.
Okay.
I bet you can keep it sterile.
Okay.
The cyborg steps forward. It turns its head over to Ollie, who's hiding behind the bed. Remain here and submit to processing. I will return. And it moves faster than you can see. It's suddenly outside the door, and those claw hands have retracted, and gun nozzles have come out. From one hand, it unleashes a hail of gunfire at the spider that is on top of Betsy, and with the other hand, unleashes a jet of flame at the other spider thing that is on its back in front of the door. As he was not aiming for you, you just barely squeeze out of the way. You can feel the tile flooring exploding into shards and hitting you in the face. It is that close. But it hits that floor, passing through the spider thing, leaving it as a spray of dark green goop and spider leg bits. There's a shrieking sound as the other spider is engulfed in the inferno. The hit mark looks up. The cyborg sees Betsy and John. Remain here, citizen, and submit to processing. Then turns towards the last spider that's coming through the window. Anybody trying to be a hero, or are you letting it take care of it?
I'm laying on the ground injured.
I want to just drag the kid out of here, but I do not know if I'm capable of that.
You want to go into the room where he ran into?
Yeah?
You will have to pass by this cyborg thing.
Okay.
So that's either going to be scary or awkward. Up to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to do one of those when you're trying to scooch past someone, but there's really not enough room to get past, so you're just going really slow.
And then at the last second, moving really quick, darts into the room. As soon as you're past the cyborg. Ollie ducked behind one of the beds.
Oh, God.
What does your door look like, Ollie?
The cyborg dropped the box with your stuff in it when it went all gun hands. So the box with all your stuff in it, and it has all of your stuff. Anything you've ever written on is in this box, is on the floor in your dorm. But yes, please describe what your dorm looks like.
My dorm is quaint and has a sort of messy organization to it. Things are together. There seem to be just like small vials and no longer notes scattered in the places. Those are all in one spot. There's a suspicious looking Coca-Cola can that is completely unopened for some reason, sitting on a windowsill. There's my roommate's weed in it. There's a nice little coffee table that has 4 pillows that sit around it, and the beds. There's not much in the way of furniture, but you can tell based on the furniture that is there that Ollie is definitely a rich kid. The computer that's on the thing is very new. Ticonderoga pencils are the only
The
ones
black
we see.
Ticonderogas?
Yeah,
Hell
like
yeah.
the good ones. Has the
I got
good
those as a
pencils.
Christmas gift once and was excited.
Oh yeah. Has the good notebooks. All of those textbooks are obviously new. It doesn't smell unpleasant. There's like a faint aroma of weed and some mysterious, sinister, more third aroma. Vaguely sciencey.
It's your
like-
computer.
It's my computer and what's ever in these weird jars. The
Please.
only thing of mine that's not in those is my wad of underwear with my weed jar in it, which is right next to my bed in my small but fine nightstand dresser combo.
Your weed jar and associated underwear are in the box.
Oh,
Found your stash, dude.
that's fine. It's just weird that he touched my underwear. Oh, okay. It's just all of the tools. While I'm already in here, I'm gonna grab each pair of wool socks that I don't. I'd say I probably have between 5 and 7.
You run over to your sock drawer, grab some wool socks, toss them in the box.
Yep. And yeah, that's it.
Betsy, what do? You are on the ground, injured. John has gone into the room that Ollie ran into. You're in the doorway, but on the ground. You're covered in some sort of black Icarus substance. It's somewhere between the consistency of blood and oil. It definitely
yucky.
feels gross.
I'm going to look around the corner to John and to say, John, get the kid out of here, but do not resist if you are captured. I will cover for all of us. Do not fight them. Fight the spiders, but not the hit. But please leave. I will handle the paperwork.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do!
Thank you. And I'd like to prepare a procedure.
What are you trying to do? And how are you doing?
I'm trying to check the corners. Using my enlightened photography, I aim my camera and see around the corner where the hit mech is going to chase the spiders to keep an eye on them.
Looking through the viewfinder of your camera, you can see through the walls.
Keeping an eye on his targets so I can see when he's going to be finished killing them.
Looking through the walls, it looks like there are just those three. Looking out the window, as it were, down the hall, you can see that there is no other spiders nearby. There are a few elsewhere on the premises that you can see out the window, but they seem to be in other directions. The hit mark's only got one target left.
I give him what I think is the most relevant information on that target when he walks past me.
I think that would count as vulgar without witnesses, just straight up look through walls. So gain 1 point of paradox. Anytime that you cast a vulgar spell, you gain 1 point of paradox. If you botch, all those points of paradox are what are rolled against you. But hey, no risk, no reward. Especially if you want to be able to do the cool stuff, like looking through fucking walls.
It also demonstrates to this hitmech that I'm an enlightened scientist, which is important for what I'm going to be telling him when he comes back.
Indeed. And John?
I'm trying to drag the kid in his box out.
Alright. Are you resisting, Ollie?
Not at all.
Alright. You make it all halfway to the stairs when the round of gunfire bursts out from the cyborg. The other spider bursts apart in a spray of bug bits, black stuff, and metal leggies. The cyborg will turn around as if on a turntable. Do not attempt to flee. Submit to processing and join me to Sector 0. Acknowledge. It's looking at John and Ollie.
This is fucking insane. This isn't happening.
Correct. This is not happening. Come with me to Sector 0. Acknowledge.
Resist.
Is my walkie-talkie saying anything?
It's the NWO, man. It's the fucking suits, man. They're gonna take you. They're gonna brainwash you into thinking what they think, then doing what they do.
But Betsy has said not to resist if we get caught. But like, are we caught?
You at this point can't attempt to run down the stairs. You are at the top of the stairs.
You might be able to outpace it. You're not sure.
It is RoboCop, though.
It is RoboCop.
Fuck.
I have a feeling that if you were to try to run away, and try to run away hard, that circumstances might coalesce to make it harder to follow you.
That is a possibility. Yeah, I can't get the other two out of here.
You might be able to get the kid. You definitely wouldn't be able to get Betsy. Betsy is wounded.
With the sight of the blood,
It's a little sobering. Not often on your jobs
do you see blood?
you get paid more for jobs where you bring a gun along.
You generally
Don't think that a gun is worth it on most jobs.
Yeah.
Ollie, are you doing anything?
I'm stopping dead once I notice that Betsy's actually wounded and bleeding. I've been told not to resist, and yeah, I stop.
If John were to try to pull you down the stairs to run away from this thing, would you resist?
I probably wouldn't resist just because I'm in a state of shock, but because of that, the most recent order that I've been given has been to freeze.
Yeah.
So it's like a Simon Says thing, especially with my nature. I'm in third person practically at this point, just doing what I'm directed to.
Actually, can I try and get the kid into a different room and use cloaking and stealth? We won't
You
have
want to try to break eye contact and hide.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I am sneaky! Kid, we hiding!
Yeah, down the stairs and around the corner, it is pitch black as the power just went out.